poussière dominant. La gravité, gravité, ivresse ardente, tu nous mènes à séléner, séléner, ville de poussière dominant. La gravité, gravité.
Guests and dear husband and wife to be, welcome to your wedding ceremony. Now, my name is Tryggvi Gunnarsson, and I'm both honored and privileged to conduct this wedding ceremony on behalf of Siðmennt, the Humanist Ethical Association of Iceland. Now, just a few words about our organization. We are a non-religious organization. Our view of the world and how to behave in the world is based on humanism and philosophical ethics. If you want to read up on that, you can borrow really thick and really boring books on the subject at the nearest public library. But I can also save you the hassle. It's really easy. It can be boiled down to one sentence, which is just be nice to each other. Now, I am going to, first of all, sound check. Can you all hear me? Okay, there's a little signal, you there at the back. I want you to give me the signal if you can't hear me. It's like this. Okay, and then I will try to speak louder. A few practicalities before we continue. The first one being phones. Please put them on silent mode or airplane mode so they do not interrupt the ceremony. The second, I must inform you, in the presence of witnesses of sound, mind and body, and we can at least find one person, I think, in the crowd that fits that description, that this here is a legally binding ceremony that will make you husband and wife in the eyes of the law, all the benefits, duties and responsibilities inherent to marriage. Okay? This is grown-up stuff.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. Now, there are a couple of Icelandic traditions that I would like to honor during this ceremony. Now, the first is greetings from those who are unable to attend or simply weren't invited, which I guess for you is a lot of people that nonetheless wish they were here and without a doubt send their love and congratulations. But there's one special greeting from a Mr. Oscar. He is very pissed that he was not invited, but he understands. and he asks for more treats.
Yes.
And sends you his love. Then I also think that this is a good moment to maybe honor that there is a person that we wish was here with us, who would undoubtedly be very happy for the two of you today and would be very proud. And he is with you here through his love and the memory of him. And then there's also a very nice photo of him there. Now, this surely is a beautiful day. Now, I'm going to change this a little bit. I want you to stand here next to your wife-to-be because I want people to see your face.
Yes.
Don't they look amazing? I want you to take a moment now, because now you have arrived. I know there's been a lot of stress getting everyone here, getting everything together, but now you're here, and I want you to take a moment and just look at these people. These are the people that love you and cheer for you, and they're here to honor you, to witness this beautiful love. And let's just take a deep breath, and we're gonna enjoy. Now, I want you to understand how incredibly lucky you are that you get this kind of weather in Iceland in March, okay? It's a beautiful moment that you have here. And one can look at life as a series of moments and events. And most of these moments, they belong to the mundane. This is commuting to work, doing the tax return, the dirty dishes, all these mundane things, and we just forget them, these moments, as soon as they pass us by. But then there are these huge shaping moments that have a profound effect on the path that we travel in life. And I think a good example of such a moment for the two of you is this moment now, your wedding ceremony. But then there is yet another kind of moment that has the same profound effect on the people we become and how we see life, but we do not recognize their importance until we look back in retrospect. And I think a good example for the two of you would be the moment you met. I mean, you were kids. And Colton, you have a memory of where you are tossing your hair in 5th grade. Sixth grade. And because, you know, you had been swimming in gym class and it was all fishy and you had to very bad excuse for being yeah, just look at my hair. And the way I see it is that there's a lens flare. And so I looked out, I think my guess was that this was somewhere around 2005. Because I looked up what was the most popular song, the top of the Billboard, and that song was probably playing because it was Mariah Carey's "We Belong Together." You know, but at that time you were really popular, sought after, like you've always been, and she had a boyfriend. She was taken. So, and you were also a year younger, so this was not going to go anywhere. So, not this time around, but then in high school, you started developing feelings for each other. And okay, this is where they start getting hazy on the details. Because apparently there was a lot of confessions, I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Via emails. Very cute, extremely dorky, but very cute. And, but you still weren't dating. Usually people start dating and then they say, I love you. But you guys wanted to do it the other way around. And it reminds me of an Icelandic saying, because it doesn't make any sense, just like this, which is, Kálið ekki sopið þótt í ausuna sé komið, which means just because the cabbage is in the ladle doesn't mean you get to eat it. I know, it doesn't make any sense. But that's kind of what I thought when I was reading this. So this time around, because again you were kids, it didn't go any further. And it struck me that you are kind of like two comets. You have your trajectory, you're going in your big circle, and then you meet, but then you go in your own circle, then you meet again. And it took 3 circles for you to meet again. And this time around, I found another Icelandic saying, which does make sense, I promise, and is more beautiful, which is að ósi skal á stemma, which means the river is bound to flow to the ocean. So you were kind of destined to find each other. And this you did at, and I can't say this phrase without like getting this southern fake Matthew McConaughey impersonation at a crawfish boil. Which is like the most American southern thing ever. And you know, all right.
Yes.
And you met there again, connected again, talked through the whole night, literally the whole night. Even the host of the party had fallen asleep.
We're there.
Or passed out, I don't know. And you really connected, but you still didn't make like the step. There was a 2-week interval until there was an intervention, almost like a divine or like the world was intervening, when you had a dream about this dashing gentleman, which made you pick up the phone and call him. Now I asked, what was that dream? And the answer I got was, it is not fit for a wedding. So I guess we'll never know, but apparently it was R-rated and fantastic. But that is how it all started. And these were the milestones, sort of, that you have passed together, first as friends, and then as lovers. Now, you sort of started your love at the beginning of COVID, so, you know, that sort of colored how the first steps were. And I think when I asked you, like, what was the first date? And you're like, it was COVID, so it was like kind of muddy. I think it was an Italian restaurant with her and her father.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
one of the first.
Yes. What? Excuse me. But then, of course, there was, you know, moving together and then starting your business, which I know you were, Colton, you were very supportive with. And you know, he's the biggest believer, the biggest sort of backer. And he was like, I'm going to go with you and we're going to buy some tools so you can make jewelry. So he took her to the Home Depot. Because apparently he thought she would make jewelry with chainsaws and sledgehammers. But you found your beautiful balance. You kept passing these milestones, and soon you will keep passing them, but now as husband and wife. And it's just the first steps of a beautiful journey. And there's a little quote here that I want to read, which is by the American author Mark Twain. Love seems the swiftest, but it is the slowest of all growths. No man or woman really knows what perfect love is until they have been married a quarter of a century. So I really look forward, really look forward to, in 25 years' time, when you come here, meet me again to renew your vows, and then you can tell me what real love is.
Yeah. Deal.
Now, Rin, Whiteside. She, I want her up here now. She looks slightly confused, but she's gonna do a little reading here.
Where would you like?
Exactly here.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue throughout the years. It's having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. We're doing. It is forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It is doing things for each other. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in one another, but it's cultivating flexibility, patience, and understanding with a sense of humor. It's having the capacity to forgive and to forget, and it's giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow old together. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It's also establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It's not only marrying the right partner, it's being the right partner.
I think we should give her an applaud. You okay?
Yes.
Cold?
Cold, yes.
Yes.
But I'm good.
Yeah, it's called Iceland for a reason.
Yes, yes it is.
Now,
I didn't want to sweat.
now this is a part of the ceremony where I'm supposed to give you good advice into your marriage. But I think that you already know how to take good care of each other. I know that you have created so many beautiful memories together. You have laughed a lot together, and I know that you have cried together as well. And I know that through those difficult times, really your love was made so much stronger, forged through that fire, and now I think you know it will last you a lifetime. And I want to honor now the second Icelandic tradition, which is a little bit of poetry, because no Icelandic wedding is complete without a bit of poetry. This is a poem by Hallgrímur, or Jónas Hallgrímsson. He's like a national treasure, Icelandic poet. It's very, very long, but I'm only going to read the last part. No worries, before you catch hypothermia. First, I will read it in Icelandic, and then I will give you my bad English translation. Háa skilur hnetti himinn geimur, blað skilur bakka og egg, en anda sem unnast fær aldrei eilífð að skilið. The vastness of space forever separates the planets, and the blade forever separates the tip from the hilt. But nothing, not even eternity, can separate the spirits of those in love. Now, Aunt Lea, she's gonna do a little reading. And you're gonna get a microphone.
Okay. T.
Yeah?
Louder.
Hmm?
We got a louder request.
Okay, louder request.
First, I'd like to say I'm very honored to be a part of your wedding.
I love you.
So, Icelandic weather and marriage, while seemingly unrelated, share surprising similarities. Both involve unexpected challenges and require resilience and adaptability to navigate the ups and downs. Marriage, like this weather, is beautiful, awesome, exhilarating, and at times scary. It is also a shared experience. I encourage you to embrace the journey and rely on God's constant presence with you to navigate the ups and downs. I'd like to share a scripture that's always been good for me. It's Ephesians 4:2. Always be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowances for each other's faults because of your love. And if you don't mind, I'd like to pray. Dear God, bless this beautiful day that starts the marriage of Colton and Alana. Surround them with love from family and friends and with your love that never ends. May their partnership be built on faith, kindness, and forgiveness, always seeking your guidance and grace in every step of the journey together. We thank you, Lord, for bringing them together and guiding them to this moment. May this world be forever a better place because of Colton and Alana and their love. Amen.
Amen. That's so beautiful. I loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Colton, now please come and step here. Now the universe that we live in, it's immense. It consists of nearly endless amounts of solar systems and galaxies and planets. And in between all those, there is the vast emptiness of space. It is nearly impossible for our human minds to comprehend these numbers and these distances. But yet, if we just try for a moment to envision it, and then think of the incredible serendipity that the universe scrambled together exactly the right material at the right place and the right time to create the two of you. I mean, what are the odds of that happening?
Small. Very small.
Very small. And then you will get to find each other
Again.
and then again and again and again and again until you eventually fell in love. I mean, what are the odds of that happening? So I ask you to be grateful. Be grateful every day for the miracle that your existence is. Be grateful every day for the miracle that your ability to think, to feel, and to communicate is. And be grateful every day for the miracle that your ability to love is. And be grateful every day that you have found someone you love who actually loves you just as much back. Because the odds of you two reaching this moment in your life, in our vast universe, they are truly on an astronomical scale. So now it is time to fulfill the promise given with an open heart and a solemn mind. So now I ask you, Alana Voorhees, do you take Colton to be your husband? Will you love him and cherish? Will you accept his smile and catch his tears? Will you be faithful and supportive? And will you make him your life partner?
I do. Yow.
And in turn, I ask you, Colton Leopard, do you take Alana to be your wife? Will you love her and cherish? Will you accept her smile, catch her tears? Will you be faithful and supportive? And will you make her your life's partner?
I do, yeah.
So now I am going to ask for the rings, the ring bearer. So I can hold these the flowers if you want. Lovely, thank you. Now,
Take this off.
Stop doing it. I'm up here shivering.
I know.
Yeah.
now, this is going to be your last decision as boyfriend and girlfriend. Who's going to go first? Because the next one will be as husband and wife.
Can I go? Let's
Wow,
go.
oh,
Yeah, I'm ready to
assertive,
go.
I like
Ready
it.
to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love this so much. This is a little bit of a
You can
problem.
you can just fake.
No,
That's
I
good.
got it.
Okay. The thing is off.
Now these rings, they are a reminder. So every time you glance at them, every time you fidget with them, they are a reminder that you are loved every moment of every day. They do not have a beginning, they do not have an end, and as such they are eternal, and so shall your love be. So now, do you want to do your vows?
Yes.
I'm going to step to the side,
Okay.
and then I'll come back when you're ready. All right.
Okay. You want to go first or me?
I'm good. I wrote mine down so you could have it afterwards.
No. I was going to write that down.
Oh, my hands are so cold. I can't feel anything. Let me find.
Won't be loud.
Follow mine.
Yes, there we go. Okay.
You want to go first?
No, I'm going first. Alana, as long as I am on this earth, I vow to love, protect, be faithful, and be the partner that you deserve. I vow to be an active part of our lives, our children's lives, and grow with you through the stages of our lives together. I vow to be a partner to you in good times or bad. I am yours.
That sounds good. Colton, COL10. I promise to boisterously laugh at all of your jokes, but at least the ones that are actually funny. I promise to be your biggest fan and champion for you always. If you promise to keep us alive, I'll always promise to keep us living. I promise to wake up with a smile on most days, to love you fiercely, and to give you more attention than you'll ever know what to do with. No matter where life leads us, I'll always be by your side, choosing you over and over again. Now what?
I'm saving it for you. It's all yours.
Maybe I need my mic back.
Oh,
I'm not going to get it myself.
I forgot.
Okay. So, I hereby declare, by the power invested in me, that in the eyes of all those who are present, in the eyes of the whole of humanity, in the eyes of all the gods that humanity might choose to put their faith in, and in the eyes of all the elves and trolls that dwell here within the reach of my voice, that you two are now husband and wife. You may seal your union with a kiss.
Samt aldrei hugsað mig til þín. Sátum föst í sama hugarfari, sem byrði okkur sín ástin mín. Oft mér birtist mynd á leið að landi, að lífi mín og hug ég deildi með þér. Veruleikinn meiri reyndist vandi og vaninn setti lífsreglurnar mér. Sína föstu hillu, sjálfur aldrei fann ég þennan frið. Klettunum ég klifur í leit að sillu, klafinn þungur hangir fastur við. Verst var þó að óviljandi særa ykkur sem að stóð mér þú hjá. Farsæld ykkur færa, bráðum þegar farinn verð ég frá. Nú held ég út
Trey, would you do the honor? Okay. Sorry, I have to read off my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Ren Whiteside, and Alana and I have been friends for what feels like forever, 13, 15 years. And honestly, I just cannot remember a time when Alana wasn't present in my life. So before I share a little tiny anecdote, I want to let y'all know, full disclosure, that Alana has allowed me to tell this story. Okay. The year was 2010 when my little brother called me and said he was in love with this girl. Naturally, being the older sister, I was very skeptical. And I mean, how cool could this girl really be? Well, it turns out that she was way cooler than I imagined. Alana basically moved into my room when I wasn't there, borrowed my stuff, slept in my bed, and was essentially living my best life. Okay?
He wasn't in the bed. It was just me.
Thank you. She stayed in my room, okay, guys? PG. Okay. Okay. I could not tell you the exact date that I met her, but all I know is the second that we did, we clicked instantly. And for the first time in my life, I was actually hanging out with my brother because of his girlfriend. Now, of course, we're all here today celebrating Colton and Alana, so you might be thinking that this love story lasted. Well, spoiler alert, it didn't. And they might have broken up, but our families did not. In fact, it was the catalyst of a new chapter of our friendship and family bonds that I wouldn't trade for anything. It's funny how life works, because Roxanne and my mom have worked together, and my mom has become the unofficial wedding planner. Roxanne and I now work together. And at one point in my life, I was the one living in Alana's room, sleeping in her bed, borrowing her stuff. And we've come full circle. And it's funny, she's the godmother to my daughter, Emery. She stood by my side on my wedding day to the love of my life. And over the years, I've had the honor to be her therapist, her doctor, her friend, and at times her mom, even though I don't think I'm quite qualified for that. But to me, she has been the closest thing I've ever had to a sister. I've had the privilege of watching Alana grow into the most amazing, strong, and successful woman that she is today. And I've seen her navigate life with grace and strength, through joyful moments and through really tough times too. And all I can say is without a doubt that I've never seen her as grounded or as at peace or truly happy since the day she met Colton. And Colton, I can honestly say I could not have picked a better partner for my sister. I never could have imagined a man who complements her so perfectly. Thank you for showing her the love and stability that she deserves. And I'm glad that she did not marry my brother. So, let's all raise a glass to Alana and Colton. Here's to many more years of love, laughter, and memories together. And may your journey ahead be as filled with more adventures like getting married in freaking Iceland. Cheers.
So I'm just going to speak from the heart. A lot of you guys were not at the party that we celebrated them at my parents' house in October, but I shared a story about how in 10th grade I was being the little brother telling on my older brother for doing some things. And I came to Alana before I did it, and I asked her, should I do this? And she said yes, because she wanted the best for him. So not only did she want the best for him now, she wants the best for him today, but you are the best thing for him. And nothing makes me happier than watching my brother smile the biggest smile he's ever smiled that I've seen when he watched you walk down the aisle today. I think that's the closest I've ever seen him come to shedding a tear of happiness. I don't know whether he was fighting it or not, but I mean, that's the happiest I've ever seen him. And selfishly, I'm really freaking happy that I get an older sister now that can beat some people up for me, both verbally and physically, and and mentally. So I am freaking pumped. So yeah, I mean, I'm just super happy for you guys. I'm here for you whenever you need me. I'm not too far away. I can take care of Oscar whenever you need me to. Fix your AC halfway, you know. Yep. Get it to work for about 2 weeks more than it would have. That's right. And yeah, I'm just really happy to welcome you to the family, have you a part of us. But also, you know, the way you bring out the best in my brother is just amazing. So yeah, so cheers to that. Yeah.
So I didn't really prepare a lot either. So I'll just say it from the heart as well. Alana's my first best friend. I've always been her protector, it feels. Colton and I were friends, but now we're brothers. And I'm just really happy for you, too, you know. I love both of you a lot.
I love you so much. You're my first best friend, too.
Hey, y'all. My name's Victoria. For anyone who doesn't know, Alana and I met at summer camp in 2006. We were those bitches at summer camp every year. It was pretty much love at first sight in the cabin. I was like the shy little girl, and Alana comes in with like definitely more than what's allowed at camp trunk-wise, and and just like busts open the door and like, I don't know, I think it was the love story thereafter. She was always the bottom bunk and I was always the top. I quickly learned that she oversleeps all the time. So I became her human alarm clock every single morning at Camp Ozark. Maybe that's why we're friends. I also learned how competitive she is because we were on opposite teams at camp. And I think the only reason we're still best friends is because I was the opponent who like stayed away from her in the corner versus like putting up a fight. So I learned a lot of like competitiveness and how to get out of your shell and like how to fight for what you want from you. And that's something I love about you. When I look back at the shy little girl that I was, I owe it to you for bringing me out of my shell and making me try new things. We've never lived in the same city before, but that didn't stop me from, as soon as I got a car, drove to Baton Rouge, and I remember we were using that fake ID that I'm pretty sure someone else at this table had gotten for her.
Big Sisters 4.
And then there was another time where I had to call her and she picked me and Margaret Ann up and drove us 3 hours for a funeral. And then 3 hours to spend the weekend at Hangout Fest in Florida, where she encouraged me to crowd surf at a dubstep show, which I would normally never do. So a perfect example of our friendship. We've been through a lot of heartaches together between the two of us, a lot of cross-country moves, a lot of breakups, a lot of grief and loss. But overall, you've never strayed from this friendship. It's as strong as ever. Anyway, I love you. And as soon as she started dating Colton, she called me and said, "This is it. I'm out." And I said, "All right, girl." And then as soon as I met Colton and you together, I was like, oh, damn. Like, yep, this is it. You guys, I was the
Straight up. No, I'm not bullshitting. This is like, yes.
I just like saw the melt come together, and like your net of love that just falls over her is so clear to see. And you just, just balancing what Ren said about like how your calmness and your groundness and what he does for you is all that I could ever want. So I love you. Colton, I love you dearly. Cheers.
Cheers. It's very apparent to everyone around y'all.
All right, so not the best at public speaking, but I'll give it my best. one, I would just like to start with one of my favorite times with Alana was back at the CCL house. She just got a car, and we loved going to Blue Bayou, Dixie Landing. Trey didn't really want to hang out with us too much when we went there. We would go to Sonic for happy hour every single summer. This one, it's probably like 3 summers, every single day, happy hour, and then we'll go hit the slingshot, the drop. And I don't know what was up with us, but it was neither one of us have strong stomachs, and we were just pushing ourselves to the limit. And then another really fun time was whenever Vine came out. I'm surprised we weren't famous. I really am. There was times where me and Alana dressed as clowns and went to Walmart. That was before that was cool. It really was. Saying it now, that sounds kind of lame. But whenever Vine first came out, that was a cool thing. We started that. Other people got our idea and copied us, 100%. We would have been famous, but hey, good thing we're not. I don't want to be a Vine star. But, so, Colton, we didn't really know each other younger. I'm the younger brother. I did know your sister pretty well over at Episcopal. But with my sister, I am the youngest. I always thought Alana's the older. She could take care of herself. No problem. Alana, she's the older sister. She got it. But during recent times, you showed that you're a true man. You stepped up completely, and you completely took care of her during all that bad time. And I thank you as her younger brother. You were perfect for her during that whole period, and I know y'all will be perfect through all issues and problems in the future, if there ever may be any. Hopefully not. But I have strong faith that you will always be able to take care of our sister, and you will always love her as much as we love her. And I thank you for that, and I am very happy y'all are together. This has been a great time, and just here in this restaurant, I understand why you liked Valheim so much, because this is your vibe. You love the Viking game, and it makes sense. And yeah, here we are, eating at the Viking restaurant. So once again, I am very happy. I love both of y'all, and I wish for the best for all y'all's futures.
Love you.
We're gonna have to walk around.
Pretty good speech for someone who doesn't know.
I'm so happy that all of y'all came to spend this time with us. It's been incredible and special, and you know, I'll never say that I deserved all y'all's support. This woman did and does. She is, I mean, the most incredible person. She loves harder, she cares more. So y'all heard 3 sentences of my vows. There's about 4 more paragraphs after that. So I have so much love for her and an admiration, and I don't even, it's indescribable how she makes me feel. And I just appreciate y'all coming to share that with us. I love all of y'all. Thank you for coming. Let's see some cake.
I'll wear the helmet.
Thank you.